Hello and thank you for taking time to watch my video. I want to talk about the physical cliff, the supposed physical cliff. The physical cliff is nothing but a fraud. Okay, I want to explain something to you. First of all, in these last few years, okay, the overall debt, the national debt, has just skyrocketed. I mean, bam, to the top. And there is no physical cliff. I mean, we can call it whatever we want. It's just a bunch of word games and politicians playing games, thinking that the American people don't have a clue of what's really going on. Take you, for example. Okay, I don't care if you self-employed or you work for a specific genre in the industry or whatever your employment or occupation may be. Or whatever you doing in your current situation. But take this for instance. Let's just put a scenario out there. If you get $2,000 per month, or $4,000 per month, or $10,000 per month, whatever you make, okay, it could be more, it could be less, doesn't really matter. The scenario is still the same. Okay, you have to live within that amount of money that you receive, including your mortgage, if you have a mortgage, rent, if you have rent, vehicle, if you have a vehicle, if it's paid off, your food, your entertainment, toiletries, and just whatever, unnecessaries that you may want to have that you may not necessarily have, but you have to live within that. Now, if you go over that amount, okay, you just can't buy nothing. You just don't have it. And if you use lines of credit or credit cards or whatever, once you max those out, it's done. And if you can't pay for it, the bank ain't gonna give you no more money. It's called bankrupt. Okay, it's called bankrupt. Means you don't budget is bankrupt. So tell me how the government's talking about they're about to go over the physical cliff and asking for more money. And not just more money, imaginary money. What's the difference from the government printing money and monopoly money? No difference, just the value that people put behind the money. Just a piece of paper that they say is worth $1 or $100 or $20 or whatever the value of that currency is supposed to hold. Okay, so there is no physical cliff. The government is bankrupt, and why should anybody don't fall into their game? How you gonna mandate upper taxes? The people are in control. We don't need to pay more taxes. The government taxes the hell out of the people so that they can spend more. Okay, they're taxing the American people up to, I think, what's it gonna go to, like 40%? Why are you paying 40% of your money to a government that spend money on everything except you? They're asking. Let's pay attention to what's really going on. Okay, Obama wants more money with no spending cuts. Okay, so they're getting the more money, but still talking about how they're gonna cut Medicaid and cut essential programs for people that actually do need it. I mean, there's a lot of people that actually do need those programs, senior citizens and stuff. I mean, and then the Social Security that they paying into from the very beginning that they earned, and it's their money. They basically, it's like putting your money in a bank, and then when you come to go get your money, the bank is like, well, we had to use your money for something else. I'm sorry, we don't have your money. That's what they trying to do with Social Security. It's not their money. Okay, and furthermore, what you gonna tax it doesn't matter if they tax the American people 100%, they still wouldn't have enough money because it's not about the revenue. This is not a revenue problem. This is a lack of character. This is a lack of leadership. This is a lack of all kinds of everything in these political parties that are just trying to extort the American people and use these scenarios to get the American people in a frenzy, in a scare tactic to shut them up and go along with the plan. And when people don't go along with the plan, they always threaten to use force. Now, why should you trust a government that's threatening to use force against you? You can't even protest. You can't even use free speech without getting beat. And you supposed to trust this government that has lied continuously? Let's talk about Obamacare. Let's talk about it. I thought there was going to be no taxes. It wasn't a tax. Remember? The American people was going to pay 1 cent. Funny it came out. The American people going to pay more than a cent. They're going to pay quite a bit. So, I just wanted to talk about it because, you know, I've seen this charade and this propaganda that's been formed and packaged real pretty and through, you know, this collective wording and it's just been sold to the American people that, you know, we're in the national debt because, well, all these people that want a free handout. How many of these government officials are getting unemployment that are millionaires? Or getting food stamps that's millionaires? The national debt is not because the American people. It's because of the greedy corruption in Washington and other areas. Let's talk. Remember, the national debt is only 16.4 trillion. But remember, they can't account for 9 of that trillion. But they're shipping over money to who knows where. There's something fishy about it, and don't let the government deceive you. Don't let them blind you. And I tell you what, don't live in fear from the government. That's what they want. They want to threaten you, and if you speak out, people scared to speak out because people come up missing and stuff. But I tell you, if everybody speak out and hold these people accountable, lock them up. Okay, they quick to lock you up for anything. So let's start holding them accountable for what they do. Okay, so stay tuned to my next video. Remember, the physical cliff is nothing but a lie and a fraud. Send this to everybody you know. God bless.